Intel Electronics presents the Intellivision Gamer.
What's going on, everyone? The Intellivision Gamer, and I am here fresh. Almost just walked in the door from PRGE. I got home, unloaded everything, got it upstairs. I had to get everything else out of the car. I returned the rental car, got home, came up here, turned on the computer, grabbed the stuff out, set it down, and my guests were there. I was literally that close to making the show tonight. I was pretty sure I could make it. I left about 4:45 in the morning, got up a little after 4. I wanted to make it back to show off some games and let you guys see them a little bit. And I like to hear what the guests in the panel have to say, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. This is just a PRG special, no other part of the show. I'm hoping to get it done in about an hour. We'll go maybe a little bit longer as long as the guys can stay a little bit, but we're just going to go through all the games and show and talk about them. So without further ado, hey, Luke, got home 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I got home a little bit, but you guys got to sleep in and go to breakfast and stuff. I am so tired. My gosh, my brain is foggy. I'm so tired. All right, so let's welcome Mike's Gaming Gala and DJC. What's going on, guys?
Happening.
Hey, I just wanted to say, weren't you driving for about 10 hours? You're anything but fresh.
Yeah, it was about 10 and a half hours.
Sail off the road.
And we're talking like almost a week of not very much sleep. I mean, like 5 hours-ish. I know you sometimes don't get a lot of sleep, but I'm a 7-hour kind of guy. So to get, and the long drive to take it out of you.
Yes, it does.
So, yeah, I'm a little bit, I'm excited to be home. I'm excited to have all my haul, which that's not going to be shown in this one. We're simply going to go over the games and talk about them and see what
I was living
vicariously.
I was living vicariously through your posts. And here's the thing, like I kind of accepted that I couldn't go to PRGE this year. And I was okay with that. And, you know, spoiler alert for some of people in the chat, Casey was kind enough to pick up some games for me. So I'm not going to miss out on at least the homebrews that I wanted. I probably wouldn't have had a lot of money anyway. But I didn't feel really bad about missing it until I saw that short of yours that had Carlos Madruga in it. I was like, damn it, because he's like a kindred spirit with the homebrews. We've got very similar feelings about the community.
I'm pretty sure he was there the first year you were there, but I don't think he was there much, and you must have missed him.
I must have missed him.
I'm pretty sure that was the first year.
My first year there, I also wasn't doing YouTube, so nobody knew me.
Yeah, I mean that was the year you were really quiet. We had no clue, and then the real Mike comes out. You talk a lot.
It wasn't even that I was quiet. I just didn't hang out at the Intellivision booth much.
Well, I mean,
went for the show.
To be fair, I wasn't talking a whole lot then either, except for the few people that I was already comfortable with. I was pretty new at that point too. I just met them all for the first time face to face, except for maybe a couple of them. Let's welcome everyone in chat.
You know the real me now. I don't shut up. As I talk over you.
I can go either way. Sometimes I'm quiet. Sometimes it's like, gosh, be quiet. It's like, you know, but if there's someone like you that's more dominant in the chat, I let you go. It's like, I don't, but at work and stuff, I'm a chatterbox. Okay, Michael, first one here, and he's proud of it. Benvril, welcome, sir. Welcome. I'm here. Eric Lamb, what's going on, sir? It's all of us still again. Kurt Bradshaw, what's going on, Kurt? Have you got any new homebrews while I was gone? Because something weird for me, I'm connected to my phone all the time. I mean, messages come in late night, early morning at work. I reply. You know, it's like with everything, YouTube, Facebook, personal stuff. Even my wife and kids were like, what the heck? What's going on? It's like I had so little time. It's like I was ignoring my phone. I mean, not like purposely ignoring it, but just so busy and walking around, you couldn't hear it, you couldn't feel it. I wasn't getting on it, which is a good thing. It meant I was having fun. Michael Hayes, what's going on? I see a few people in chat that I bought a few things.
He was just helping me with Sorrow of Godland Thor.
Oh, nice. David, what's going on? DES 95, evening. Operation Shutdown.
Hey, OS.
Luke, I responded to him
Yeah.
when I first saw that comment, but yeah, they just got home. I almost beat my buddy Sean home. He flew. He left a half hour before me, and I think he beat me by a little over an hour, and I drove 10 and a half hours. That's part of the reason I fly too. It's a little bit shorter, but you still have all that weight. DJC's here. What's going on, Pierre? Avatar, another guy that I saw at PRGE again. He's a local, so it's easy for him to show up. Always good to see Salvador. Super Mega Graphics. What's up, Cyrus?
Woo.
Yes, new stuff. We're going to get everyone's opinion. That's the point of today. Show off. All of them are real carts as they are released. What you saw, what I had earlier, were pre-production ROMs that were still being tweaked, for the most of them anyway. But it enabled me to make the videos, and I've been playing them for a little while. But what we have today, I am doing all the real carts for you guys. Rick, what's going on? Big block.
Big block Plymouth.
I missed my big block, by the way. I always do a rental car whenever I go that far, up to the show.
Yeah.
Just in case anything happens, I know another car is coming for me, and I don't have to deal with anything.
You have to ditch your own car in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, about far away, no help. Hey, what's up, Phil? Retro Bliss Gaming.
Retro Bliss.
Oh, that's it. I'm out.
And later, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I haven't been able to play. I've been doing the game testing, playing the games for to make the videos. Then at PRGE, it's the first time since I found the show that I haven't participated in and today's the last day for Retro Bliss Gaming, the Ninja.
Yeah, I couldn't this
I'm
month
gonna
either,
try.
unfortunately.
I'm going to try, but I don't know, with coming home and literally coming right up here, I have to see my family some. So I may miss this month, Phil. Not that I want to, but Buckeye, he was there as well. I got to meet him in person for the first time. We had a lot larger group this year. There was 20-something people. I mean, obviously everyone wasn't there all the time. We couldn't even do dinners anywhere. We had to split up.
Rub it in.
We had to split up. There were so many people. All right, I think that's everyone.
Just take over Red Robin.
Well, I think they did that the first night that I think they did, but not everyone was there yet. And I was
usually that's
late.
Thursday night.
Yeah, that's the first night. If you guys don't remember, I think I've said it a few times. My daughter's birthday was Thursday, so I went a day later, and that really made the show feel a lot shorter for me. I felt rushed. I did the whole birthday thing until late all day. I spoil my kids on their birthdays. It's a whole day event, and I actually was doing a little bit of phone stuff. Not a lot. I had to get ready to go, and then I drove all day. I think I got there somewhere around 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock. But then I had to go to the back dock, wait for the guys to come out, do all the unloading, go check in, drive the car around, walk back. There wasn't a lot left of that first day. Somehow I still had, if anyone's seen those pictures I posted, I had quite a haul for Friday, considering how late I got there. But there was quite a few celebrities there this year too. I mean, it was a pretty cool show. It wasn't as big. Like, maybe it's because they opened it up and there was a lot more square footage, but I didn't notice the same amount of, I can hardly walk kind of stuff like there was last year.
Probably it was a similar size, just in a larger space, so it doesn't feel as packed.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed was there was a lot of the big vendors were gone. Like last year, you had the guy with all the Atari computers, Jaguars. There were still some of the big vendors, not near as many. There was a lot of smaller ones this year. I mean, that was my personal take on what I saw.
I kind of like that too, though. I like when it's just some table with a bunch of random stuff on it, as opposed to prepackaged with the professional stickers. Like, you find the best stuff on those little tables.
Yeah, I did find some good stuff, and there were a few times I'm looking at pricing, and it's like almost twice, or the prices are almost twice of price charting. I'm like, yeah, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's never good, man. The whole reason you go to those is to hopefully find like a good deal. I'd be skimming for Atari inbox, Intellivision, homebrews, and then obviously Turbo Graphics inbox, man.
I didn't see a lot of that, but I did see the complete CD, the big box, the CD version box, the console, some games. There was a lot of NES and other Nintendo stuff. There, there was, I saw on television a lot of boosts. There was a lot of Genesis.
DES 95. DES 95 here was talking about Toronto Game Expo. Yeah. My experience with all the Canadian ones, it's 90% Nintendo. And I love Nintendo, but that drives me nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see a good mix when I go.
I'm right here. I could flip right over to the border and go there, but if it's only Nintendo, I probably won't.
It's not only Nintendo. You will find some other stuff, but the vast majority of it is Nintendo. That's what's really, really popular.
We have some great Intellivision community members that are over there close to there. I'm surprised there wouldn't be more of a Intellivision presence,
I am going to go to another one in the next year or two, Midwest Gaming Classic. I'm taking the whole family. We're making a big vacation of it, but it's hard for me to go to this even. The wife's never happy. But this one is the big Intellivision one, so it's the one I can drive to in one day. I go to this one.
If anyone in your chat is in the Midwest, come to Pinball Expo and say hi. They're combining with VGS this year, Video Game Summit, just outside of Chicago. It should be awesome. Oh. It's their 40th anniversary, so I'm hoping it'll be a big one.
Yeah, I would go to that if I wasn't as far away as I am. Yeah, I saw that on the West Coast. Pete Rose died today. That's so sad. He never got in.
And Chris Christopherson a couple
days ago. Christopherson has died too.
I'm hoping that maybe now that he's passed, I'm hoping eventually they stick him in. He belongs in the Hall of Fame. What's going on, Leslie? Make sure I don't miss anyone here. No one else knew.
This happens in threes. I hope no one else, like Willie Nelson's hanging in there in 92 right now. Please don't be.
Yeah, I think Chris was 88.
He was 88.
There was another recent one though. I think Pete Rose is the third. There was she played the old lady. She played the one of the old lady wizards in Harry Potter.
Oh yes, you're right. And Harry Potter.
Yeah. Miss Wendy. Yeah.
Yes, she just passed. You're right. That is number 3. Good. I mean, not good, but
there's no more. Just all the rushing. I never turned off my watch and my phone. I usually do that. So as far as Intellivision at the show, besides the normal stuff you find out, and there were some rare games. There was like Learning Fun 2s, and there was some really good stuff. You had 7 games at the Intellivision Mega booth, Intellivision Revolution booth. Electronite was there. He was selling previously released games, so nothing new there. We had Steve Jones Box Company selling boxes, and there was some new ones. And I'll show you guys all my stuff and talk about it sometime this week. I'm going to do another live, a special PRGE Part 2. This one, we're going to focus on the games. We had Block'em Sock'em at John Hancock's booth and at the Atari Age booth. I'm not sure if I'm butchering it, but Akalabeth, that's what I'm calling it. We had to wait all weekend for that one. So I was over there right away when I got there. Sorry, it's not ready. They're finalizing everything and they're working on it. I don't exactly know what that meant, but it wasn't ready. Saturday in the morning, lunchtime, early afternoon, right before I left. And each time they said, I wasn't bugging them, but they said, come back and check a little bit. So I literally, it was hard not to be there and just stand there because they said there was going to be limited copies. I was looking for myself. I wanted to get Mike one. And then they told me 1 per person. And then I'm like, oh boy. Well, I knew a way around that, but I don't want to be sneaky with people that I, talk to or deal with every year. I'm not going to do that. So I would have if I had to for you, Mike, but I was able to talk to him and said, look, what I bought earlier, the Load Runner, I'm shopping. I'm not hoarding them. I promise. I said, I'm buying 1 for me and 1 for Mike. And they let me. They said, okay, we'll let you do it. And they
didn't say, oh, that jerk. No, we're not giving him a copy.
We hear his voice enough in all these games.
They said, who? They said, who? And I said, Mike's Gaming Gala, the guy that does all the intros. Remember, he wore the wig and he was like in drag. And they go, oh, yeah, I love that one.
The guy that called them out on selling to Atari before they announced it. Yeah, they're really happy with me.
Well, obviously, they either don't remember or they didn't put it together, because when I told them what I was doing, they said, sure, okay, I'll let you do it.
There you go.
So,
is that going to be available again ever? Or is that just, is that it?
It'll be on the Atari Age website.
Oh, good. Because I do want to get a copy of that eventually. That just for the cover art alone and the way it looks. And I understand it's like a dungeon crawler kind of RPG, but like it looks cool, man. I'm sorry, that looks really cool.
Yeah, we'll play them all a little bit here, like I said, but there wasn't very many of them. I don't know if there was like 20-ish because they got it late. They got it kind of late Sunday, a little bit in there, and I was the first one. I happened to be walking by the main entrance. I went that way on purpose because Atari Age had an enormous booth with this big center thing, and then Atari also had a big section. I got to see the 7800 and play it with a wireless controller. So I walked right in, and they knew. They just smiled and said, "It's here." And I got my copy or two of them. And as soon as I did, there's a big group text of us Intellivision guys, and I sent a picture. I got one with Al. I'll show all that in the next stream. There's no way I could go through all that right now. And I got my picture. I sent it to the group, and here come all the Intellivision guys swarming the place. I said, as soon as I send this picture, you better be ready. So we all got one that wanted one. Mike got one. So I know they sold some other ones too. So, but they are going to be, there's going to be a lot more of them. There wasn't very many because by the time they got it going, they could only make so many. But there will be more. And I told him, he's like, we're all supporting you because we want to see more Intellivision games. And he's like, oh, there will be. So I didn't pry, and I did hear a little bit more, but let's just say there is stuff. It sounds like stuff's being worked on already. So that's pretty cool. So I need a little table right here. I really do. Bending over all the way. So a really cool thing about the Atari Age, Akalabeth, you get the CIB game, and it comes with the soundtrack CD with it. And it was only $60 and included the soundtrack. So I don't know if that's special show pricing or not. I'm not sure.
Super deal, man.
But I was quite happy.
And I went back to the Intellivision from Alan Toledo, right?
Yeah, Adon.
Yeah.
I went back to the Intellivision booth, and I said, the Atari Age guys are showing us up. It's like, you get the soundtrack with the game. And they were
did with Infiltrator. Infiltrator came with the soundtrack.
Infiltrator's in there?
No. I'm just saying, like, they're not the first to do that. Electronite did that with Infiltrator.
I haven't opened mine yet. I didn't know it was in there.
Yeah, the soundtrack's in there.
I will be getting to that one soon. I'm on like 50-something games of making the gameplay videos for the homebrews, but that's one that I haven't done yet. Yeah, I've heard a lot about it.
Calls you on the comms.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with the Akalabeth. Like I said, here, let me, I'm going to do this just so I can show it a little bit. For those of you that haven't seen it, because I didn't have access to this, so this is all new to me.
That is some badass box artwork.
Do you know what this is a port of? Because I never heard of it before. I know it's
I believe it's Akalabeth, isn't it? It wasn't it a British it was a British computer game? Like one of those microcomputer games?
79 to 2024 Richard Garriott. So that must be the original guy, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Intellivision port by Oscar Toledo G.
Of course.
And like I told you guys, it comes with the soundtrack. Here is the cart. Cool label. And I'm not going to lie.
I like the nice clear case.
I have no idea what I'm doing with this one.
That'd be sweet if it lit up like red when you plugged it in.
Wrong one.
Yeah, glow like the magma at the bottom of the box art. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that. Did not have
by Lord British.
There now. Oh, now I got two logos, but at least it's not me on there twice. That's twice the ugly. All right, classic or color, guys?
Let's go color.
Yeah.
Show it off.
That's what I wanted to pick, but I didn't know if people would want to see the original first. Level of play, we're going to do 1 and hope that's not hardest.
You're not going to try 10?
Shalt thou play with these qualities?
I love that.
So kind of a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Yeah.
Enter fighter or mage.
Usually being a fighter is the easier if you're just trying to show it quick.
I always
these games.
The fighter is like if there's like a bunch of choices in a game, I pick fighter first, and then it would be if it has multiple classes, I always like to be the fighter or the knight or that kind of character.
Fighter tends to be a pretty straightforward class.
I always like elf or wizard is usually what I.
So here we got the adventure shop, and what item shalt thou buy?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I think so. You got 9 gold. You're a fighter. So either the rapier or the axe. The rapier, because you can't get either of them with a shield.
Okay, so if you push the side button, the music turns off. I found that out by accident because I don't know how to buy the things here.
I would probably go with
Well, I clicked the button to try to move, and it said buy.
You have 0 food, sir.
I was going to say buy the rapier and 2 food, but we're good.
I love how he starved right away when he hit start.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
No, you definitely got to have food, dude.
It's like...
Oh, now you got 18 gold.
So it's random.
You keep dying, you just keep getting gold.
Yeah, get the, axe. Oh, well, no, the rapier, the shield, and some food. I don't know what the amulet does. It probably protects you.
So I promise 7 of these, or actually 8 of these games, I know how to play well. This is the one I've never played the original, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So
why not do it on stream?
That's the best way to learn live.
That's how Retro Bliss learns games. Okay, Eric Lamb is saying food and amulet. Eric Lamb is the expert in the chat.
Food and amulet.
Food and amulet.
So,
you just bought 2 rapiers, though.
Am I blind? Because I don't see numbers, but in the manual, I don't know if you can see it. It tells you what number to push, but to me, the number should be there.
Well, you bought 2 rapiers.
And 10
I
food.
pushed it once. And he said, amulet?
You're not going to starve.
You're dual-wielding rapiers.
What do you say, the amulet? Okay, amulet. So that
the food and the amulet. Yeah, but you can't afford the amulet.
Yeah, you can't afford it.
You spent it all on rapiers.
You might be able, what did you have, 14? You only have, you can't afford anything. Let's hope you can get in there.
Okay, command. No idea.
Maybe I was going to say north, south.
You're the one with the instruction manual.
It was supposed to have been a text adventure partially, so that's... He starved already.
Oh, I starved again.
We mourn the passing. You went too quick. You're supposed to go once and then maybe go to the dungeon. And you were just like...
What's up, Wave? Hello, Casey. Literally just got home, greeting the family, eating supper, quick saying hello, and need to drop back off. Yeah, I kind of did that myself. I said hi and came up here. I told them it's going to be like an hour to an hour, a little over an hour max. Just going to show the games and go down and eat dinner with them and spend the rest of the evening with them. But the show's got to happen. PRG's hot right now, so got to show off the games.
So
this game is a rough start.
He's saying 10 food gives you 10 moves, so that you can when you move once, so you move 10 times and you starved. You gotta
so I'm just moving all over the place.
Right.
This is one of those games you can't just pick it up and play it. You got to read the manual and kind of know what you're doing.
This involves a little book time.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's give it one more quick thing, and then we'll move on.
At least go into one of the dungeon areas and see kind of the
fighter. And I know 6 was the amulet, I believe.
So you can't afford the amulet. You want food.
Oh, I can't afford it. 15. Okay.
I would get some more food. Probably get 30 food. And then maybe just an axe. Hopefully you'll find something and be able to smack it. Or a bow. Sure.
You got a bow.
Did I do bow?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, as far as I know, the bow's a better weapon. I don't know.
Okay, so I don't even know where to go. So That's where I started.
25 food now.
Huh? I at least want to see something.
Go to the X, maybe? Is that like a dungeon?
It is.
There
I
you
remember
go.
watching the demo.
Right.
That's what like the kind
There
I
you go.
remember that.
Oh, and see, now each step you take is 1/10 of a food when you're in the dungeon.
And I don't know how to fight. Being attacked by hit, command.
Probably one.
You're being attacked by skeleton, missed, skeleton command. I have a bow.
Virus, you play the soundtrack by going to an antique store and getting yourself a CD player.
Okay, so that looks like a 5 on a dice, a die. That's a shop.
Yep.
An X is a dungeon. Squares with an X is a palace of Lord British, and one square says free.
Yeah, but how do you smack a skeleton?
That's what I'm looking at right now. World map dungeon. Weapon selection keys are I've got
With your
bow.
right
5.
hand.
You're being attacked.
Oh, miss. Keep swinging.
Am I doing anything?
Oh, it's missing, I guess. I don't know.
Oh. I got hit there once. I don't know if that was him hitting me or...
I think that was you getting hit.
So 1 is hand attack. Let me try that. 1 is hand attack, 2 is rapier, 3 is axe, 4 is shield, 5 is bow, 6 is amulet.
So,
You have a bow.
Oh, you have a bow. You have a bow.
5.
That's what I was pushing earlier.
Oh.
And hit points. My food's going down as I fight as well.
It is.
Nothing like snacking while you're fighting.
So you're going to fight this skeleton and starve to death.
It's looking that way because I really don't know if I'm doing anything with this.
No, he's starting to hit you now. You might die before you start. Saboteur says it's a constantly snacking type of game.
Yeah.
Just smack with the bow. Oh.
And then you eat a little popcorn.
No.
Being attacked.
This reminds me of Dungeons of Daggeroth that my drunk sibling has been playing.
Yeah.
I had that on my Tandy computer.
That's close.
Dungeons
Yeah.
of
All right.
Daggeroth. Yes.
If you want to check out My Drunk Sibling, they have a series called Sibling Rivalry, and they have been Tim has been torturing his sister by making her play that for like 4
2 hour
I will
long
watch that
session.
tonight. I will watch that before I go to sleep. That is awesome.
AJ accidentally scheduled over, but Tim was there the whole weekend hanging out, going to dinners.
That's awesome.
We walked around a bunch, a group of us, and he hung out at the Intellivision booth. And we already have the dates next year. I meant to say that at the beginning. If any of you guys want to start planning a trip or saving it, and you need to know the date, it is October 17th to 19th. So
October again.
That
Yes.
I will definitely can do.
So I prayed that it wasn't on the same weekend as this year, and I got my wish, but the 19th is my wife's birthday.
Well, you better
But you know what? You can with adults, you can celebrate the weekend after.
Not with my wife. So my wife gets the whole month. So I'm exaggerating a little bit, but she'll at least want
My
the
wife's
weekend.
birthday is June 1st, and there was some event, and she's like, you know what? It's okay. You just go. We'll do it next weekend. I was like, really?
This chaos reminds me when I went on my first date.
Was there a skeleton there, Cyrus?
Were you slapping skeleton side?
At least we got
While
to see what it
snacking.
looks like, the menus,
While
what the
snacking.
gameplay looks like. I will show it more
Yeah.
later when I learn what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So-
I don't. Obviously, that wasn't a fair representation of it. I do
No.
love those kind of games, but they have a big ramp of a big learning curve to them. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
What's going on, Hasselhoff?
Hasselhoff in the house.
Thanks for stopping in. So my plan for next year, my wife hasn't heard this yet, so you guys let me know what you think. I'm going to go up. I'm going to make a family trip out of it. My wife's birthday is the 19th. My stepdaughter lives 45 minutes from the show. So my plan is to get 2 hotels, one at Portland, one
family.
there. Go up early, spend a day first with my stepdaughter, for everything, and then I'm going to take off to the show, get another second rental car so they can drive to dinners or whatever and visit with, my stepdaughter, her daughter. And then Sunday's my wife's birthday, so I'll go through all the show, and then Sunday morning I'll meet back up with them, and then I will provide all her kids on her birthday, and we'll all go out to dinner and spend the day together. Something that hasn't happened in many years. So I'm so
crazy it might just work.
I'm hoping that she's gonna know what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's a cool thing for her too.
Yeah, start planting the seed now. GSGDG has the right idea. Start planting the seed. Wouldn't it be nice to see your daughter on your birthday? That would be great. Maybe you know what? What do you think we should do? She's near Portland, right?
That's
what you tell her.
Oh yeah.
Yes, at the same time, it would work out perfect.
Steven, that might work.
Oh my God, I didn't even know Portland was that weekend.
Guess what? I planned that vacation and PRGE ended up being on there. Who would have thunk it? But she's not. If I do all that, she'll be mad. I need to just tell her, look, PRGE is on this weekend with your birthday. What if we do this? And
you don't think she'll be a little mad that you're discussing this with 2 strangers on the internet as opposed to talking to her?
Well, we got 2 things here. You guys aren't strangers.
She's probably watching right now.
Oh, that's right. We're not strangers.
2 things. You guys aren't strangers, and she's definitely not watching anything about video games.
Oh,
My daughter might, and she would tell her. My daughter is one to watch videos and leave comments. But
is your daughter a rat? She's going to rat you out.
So the two options are I fly instead of drive, which will kind of suck. And I can go to PRGE and fly home Saturday night after the show, and she would have to go to Sacramento about an hour and a half, pick me up, hour and a half back. Or we can do what I said, and we can do something fun and vacation, and she can see all her kids on her birthday. That sounds like a win for everyone to me.
It actually does
sound like a win-win.
I think it's a great idea.
Casey's plan sounds like the plot from an 80s comedy starring Michael J. Fox.
I was thinking more along the lines of Ferris Bueller, but Michael J. Fox works.
Yes, make it her idea. She'll know that I was trying to be sneaky. I need to just tell her. We all know our spouse, if you've been with them for a long time, and I'll be in trouble if I try to be sneaky about it. But it'll cost a lot of money, dual hotels, dual car rentals, the trip, paying for meals for all the people for a week. But expensive. At least I get to go.
Home brews.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm
next up,
saving now. I'm excited.
John Hancock's game. Let me move it over. I forgot which one it is. There we go. John Hancock's Block 'em Sock 'em. Oh, I didn't put these in order. I'm fired. And of course, it's the last one. So here is Block 'em Sock 'em. I'm usually a little more prepared, but like I said, I literally just got home. I'm super tired. So this is the same as all his other games that he's put out already on different consoles. Brian Puddin put this out for Intellivision, and a lot of people were involved as usual to make this game happen. This game was $50, and it comes CIB, and it has the plastic protector around it.
Another great deal right there. $50 for a homebrew.
I missed you saw a little bit of Brian's
but considering the rest of John Hancock's homebrews are cheaper, I'm not sure if I totally agree with that. It's certainly, as far as Intellivision homebrew goes, you're right. It's on the cheaper side. He had one. Sure.
This is on Sega Genesis as well, right?
Super Nintendo 7800. The 7800 version is the best version. That one was made by Daryl Pinter. It's actually really good. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be.
I wonder if I bought one of them last year.
It has added elements in it.
Okay, so I bought one last year. I don't even remember which one it is, and I couldn't find it. I bought Genesis. I'm hoping it wasn't Genesis because I bought the Genesis version this year with the Intellivision, So let's check this one out. I've seen this one. I don't think this one's as difficult to pick up and play.
No, it's pretty simple.
You have a goal. You have so many moves, and you have to clear it to move on to the next level.
Yeah. So wait, if you shoot up to that arrow, yeah, there you go.
It'll hit the red one, and then it'll change. It'll not wipe out all the color your block is, and switch to the color that it hits that's different. So now it's going to be green. And what did I do there? Why did I do that? I'm trying to talk and I'm half asleep. I'm telling you, my mind's going to be. So, have you guys played this before in chat? What do you guys think of this one? And what do you guys think of this one?
I said it in our green room, and it's kind of a running joke. John Hancock's not going to rest until Block'em Sock'em's on the Magnavox Odyssey. Like, he just wants it on everything because it's his game, and I get that. For me personally, I don't need another version of it. I bought the Super Nintendo version. It's good enough. Yeah,
something like this, you would probably pick it up on your favorite console, or maybe a few if you were trying to support them a little bit more. But once you get one version.
I like I'm a Genesis collector as well, so I would probably do Genesis and Intellivision, because those would be my two. But I'd probably pick it up for Intellivision and not Genesis if I got this version. I don't know.
But I will say, if you've got a 7800 and you like the 7800, the 7800 is a fantastic version. Hit the arrow on the right, Casey.
The arrow.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought it switched if I hit something.
Then I would probably do 78 and Intellivision then, if that's the better versions.
Yeah, because Daryl Ginter, we did an interview with him, and he actually added elements into it that you actually, like, when you lose, it subtracts, like, you don't just straight up die, it subtracts points, and you can, he's got different way of playing that it's actually a lot better.
So, Steven, I like it. Steven's asking, what was the Immortal John like to meet? He's always a nice guy. All these guys, the big YouTubers, the guys that are selling things, I've never had one of them be mean, say something snarky or anything at a show. Whatever they do on their YouTube, it's like that's something different. But at the show, even people that, I'm not going to say names, but even people that you might think are controversial on YouTube, they're always top-notch nice when you're at the show.
John's always been nice to me when I met him.
Yeah, I'm not just speaking about Mike, but he's really nice. But I mean, like, all the guys there, I've never had one bad experience.
Yeah, I met John on a panel with on OEB Pete's page when he was doing live streams and stuff.
So speaking of OEB Pete, you guys see that I met him.
Yeah,
there.
I saw you met him too, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I was walking by, and I go, Pete, and he kind of did that. He looked at me because he's never seen me really. And I said, he said something, and I said, you probably don't know who I am until I tell you the name, but I know who you are, OEB. And then he just smiled, and I said, Intellivision Gamer, and I've been in his streams under that, not my personal name. And he's like, oh, and we talked for a long time. It was very cool to meet him as well. Who am I? I'm missing something here.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed I didn't go this year, but I think if I start planning early for next year, it's going to happen for sure. Because I can. That's why
I'm going to talk about it. Every so often. I'm going to start the thread earlier this year if it doesn't get started. I'm going to help with posting up the dates, information. Try to get the bigger the group you can get, the better it is.
Yeah, I'd like to try to get like a space at the Intellivision booth or whatever, and maybe I'll throw some money or whatever at it, and that way I can sell a little bit of merch and some of the CDs and stuff like that.
I've never sold anything, or what Cyrus saying, but I put up a TV, a console, and by the way, Mike, there was a bunch more baseball played.
I have no doubt. Everybody here should know Casey is a baseball champion.
And there was quite a few people that tried again, which I really applauded their effort. But It was worse than last year. It was worse than last year.
Yeah,
so Cyrus says I'll only buy this if he makes a Tiger handheld version. The 7800 version.
Hey, it could happen. It
could happen. Tiger handheld. That was good.
A couple other people really quick that I got to meet. Glenn Hightower, one of the, I think the head guy of APH, the company that made all the stuff before Mattel started doing things. Then also Steve Ettinger, which you've seen him if you watch Golf League. Yep. We've hung out with him a little bit. We got to play a game of chip shot with him, and that's one of his games. And I got both of them.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I got both of them to sign, and I got pictures and videos of it. Glenn doesn't like to be posted. Jeff, what's going on? Welcome. Glenn Hightower does not like to have his video or picture up, so he said, I'll let you take him, just respect my wishes. And I'm like, absolutely. But Steve doesn't mind at all. So that was really cool. We were all scrambling to go out. None of us had any of his games, so we were all out there scrambling, trying to find chip shot, trying to find Super Pro Football, basketball.
I didn't realize he was going to be there because, as you know, he, like me and him, had a personal training session on chip shot. So he showed me the ins and outs of that game, and as well as Size, another one that he sat with and played and showed kind of all the secrets and how it works and what you're supposed to do. And great guy, awesome guy, and he's made one of my favorite games, two of my favorite games of all time, which is Body Slam Super Pro Wrestling and Chip Shot Super Pro Golf. So, yeah.
So I got a funny story about Steve. Not funny, but I think it's cool. He knew I was looking for Nintendo. Is it DSi XLs? I believe. I don't know if it's the I, but so he was walking around and he bought a couple things, and he says, "Come here." I walked all over. I found there's one over here, here, and he took me and walked all over and let me shop. And then he had a bag, and he's like, and I ended up getting 3 of them that he showed me, and he was like, "Here, I'll carry it around for you." And then I was buying NES games, and I said, "I feel like I should be carrying that." And he's like, "I got it. You just keep shopping." So he took me on a personal shopping spree and went looking for stuff that he knew I wanted.
I have to admit, watching Casey shop at one of these game conventions is impressive.
It's probably surreal. It
really is. It's like, really, you want 5 copies of that?
I am nice too.
Right.
Whenever people I know say, "Man, I really would like to have one of those," and I'm like, "Here, you can get it."
Yes. He is. Okay, so a little story about Casey at last year's. I was at the Jaguar booth. He comes up. Yes. He sees something that I didn't see at initially, and that's like the rotary controller. And he's like, "Oh, look what I found." I was like, "Oh, damn, I was looking for one of those." And they had a kit, and I was ready to buy the kit. He's like, "You know what? I'm buying too much anyway. Here you go." So Casey is very nice to shop with as well.
Now, I mean, I'll be honest. If that was an Intellivision controller, you'd have been SOL. But
I wouldn't have gotten it.
Pretty much anything else, I'm good. It's like I'll just find something else to buy. Thank you, Steven. That is awesome. Wow. I always forget about these because I've just recently reached this, and I got 2 last streams, so cool. And now this one. That's really awesome. I will definitely save all these all the way till next year towards a trip. That is awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's get in. So this next game sold completely out and quite quickly, I might add.
Yeah.
Pacmanthology. There's several games on here, 1 or 2 players, 6 games. It's Pac-Man. Let me go ahead and Pac-Man DX, which is a bug fixed version. There is Pac-Line, Miss Paku Paku. I know I'm missing one. Miss Pac. Did I say Miss Pac-Man? I should have just brought it up. I'm telling you, my brain. Normally, I could spit them all off. My brain is
right there. You're good.
So a lot of people seem to think that I don't like ports, and that is completely not true. Like ports. What I get on about is when I'm reviewing or ranking homebrew, I'm looking for value. Like you pay $60-$70+ for physical homebrew. Publishers need to make sure that what's on the cart is value for that. And that's why I think a lot of ports deserve just to be maybe ROM releases. This, on the other hand, this is how you do it. You put the value individually. Each of these is a ROM release at best, but you put them all together. It warrants a cart. So I support this type of thing very much.
Yeah.
So
same with the we're not there yet, but same with the voice anthology.
Yeah.
So Miss Pac-Man is quite an expensive game to get. It's one of the older homebrews, and this is the ROM, obviously the same ROM from that. You've got the Pac-Man DX is a fixed one. So Junior Pac-Man was trying to be put on here, and I'm not going to pretend that I know what the issue was, but I was told that there is probably going to be a Pacmanthology 2, and that one will be on that one. So I don't know what the other game will be, but definitely this one sold out, and he told me this before the show. Junior Pac-Man will definitely be on the second one.
Yeah, BD Retro Mods posted in our Discord that he was upset because he really wants this one.
Yeah, I told him. He should have messaged me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he messaged me, and he did message me, but it was too late because it was sold out. I said, but I had, so-and-so was going to get it for me. I don't know if he said he lives by me, or I said, if you ever want anything at the Intellivision booth, obviously I can't do this for every person, but, I have him on the show. I know him. He does the controllers.
Yeah,
and anyone I know, or if I can, I don't mind helping. I said, you should have messaged me because I could. If anyone can get you one, it's me. So we've got Pac-Man, Pac-Man DX, Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Line, Miss Paku, and Junior Pac-Line. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these, but I'm going to show each one.
So obviously we know Pac-Man. What is the difference between the regular Pac-Man and DX? So
DX has a scoring bug fixed, I believe, among other things. I can't remember who it was. Was it Michael Hayes that worked on that?
I'm not
he's
sure.
in the chat, so he could say if he did. But
that's why I said that. He'll pop it up if it was him.
I was just going to make a dick joke about the DX.
I was going to say that I got 2 words for you, and DX.
Oh, Michael says yes.
Okay, I thought.
Oh, he did. Okay, very cool. Very cool.
So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm super sleep deprived, things like information and names or someone that might have worked on a game, that's the first thing to go for me. All right.
You start with double lives too. Okay.
Oh, it's double. Okay. Double lives. If you want to throw anything else, is he throwing out what's in there? Double lives.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to play the DX because pretty much it looks the same. It's a little bit different. I'm going to go with Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, man, I remember when this came out, the actual homebrew. It's such a beautiful looking case and the overlays and everything.
This is Carl Mueller Jr.
Great game.
This is one of the early homebrews, and there's a lot of options. I will show you guys because a lot of people probably don't know about this homebrew, probably haven't had it. Like I said, I'm not going to play these much. We all know what they are. I just want to show off a little bit what's in it. So there's Miss Pac-Man, but let me show you the options for this one. Like Intellivision Dude, he likes to speed it up. That's what he likes to do. You got to put
the speed chip on it. Yeah.
I think you play sped up too, right, Chuck? Or am I?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's my arcade. Ms. Pac-Man has the speed chip in it, and it's a funny thing. When I first got the machine at like 2 years into it, the board went out, and I took it to the arcade store, and he goes, "Well, here, I'll loan you this one," and it was one with the speed chip in it. And I go, "No, I want mine all original." He goes, "Trust me. By the time we fix that, you're going to want to keep that one." And when he had it done, like a week later, fixed the board, and I came in, I go, "What do I owe you for the speed chip?" Well, I'm keeping it. I'm like, I love the faster Pac-Man. It's way better.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I never went into the options menu before. Let me address this question. Rick's asking, will there be more Pacmanthology CIBs? So there will be more. We never know Rev's time schedule when he gets freed up. As we know, he's working on the club, and that is supposed to be coming very soon. He was trying to get it out before the show. Obviously, the show, just like Atari Age, Al, he's put a lot of the orders on hold because PRGE is, number one. You have to have everything there for the show. So it did get pushed. It should be coming soon. There's going to be a restock for last year's and some of the year before's. A lot of people have not gotten the games yet for those. So by the end of the year, of course, he didn't say which end of the year, but it was implied this year. So
I'm glad I got Galaxian, man.
He's in the chat. He did reply to it, but he didn't. He just said yes more.
Yes more. So we're gonna get a restock, and I'm hoping the club comes soon and a restock of games, because a lot of people are always messaging me about, when's it gonna come out? When's it gonna come out? The guy's busy like all of us. It's a labor of love for him, and
he says 2027
to get him out.
Yeah.
So. And Miss Pac-Man, you can pick Pac-Man Junior, Miss Pac. There's lots of options for which player you want to do. There's normal and hard mode. You can pick the number of lives, where you get the bonuses. You can go speed on. You can set it to a button. You can pick the ghosts, I guess how many, what colors, and all that stuff. You can change the rules to a Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. You can do arcade, extra, wide, strange, and random for the mazes. There are a ton of options in this game alone. It's a really good port. All right, so there is Miss Pac-Man. Sorry, Rev, I'm skipping the intro. He says 2027.
Yes.
He's joking, guys. He's joking.
Is he?
Okay. So now let's check out
He's just giving
Pac-Line.
himself some leeway, that's all.
I believe Pac-Line is Chris Reed. I'm so tired. It's like I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure.
Paku is Brian, and then this
Paku
one.
Paku is Brian. I don't know who Miss Paku Paku is, but I think that
Miss
might be Brian as well.
I definitely know that one. So this one starts off really slow for a little bit, and then it gets really fast. So this is like a lot of people, they've been making the Pac-Line games. It's on a lot of consoles. I really like these. So there's not a whole lot to that. It's just how far can you get? Simple, fun. It's good to pick it up and play for however long you've got. So now Miss Paku Paku game 5. That's Brian's man cave. What's going on, Creeper? And Luke? Man, I don't think I said hello to you. Welcome. I'm sorry if I missed you. I can't remember. I'm pretty tired. So I love the intro. I love how it all shoots in there. I love what he did here. Single line, multi-line. I'm going to do multi-line. Starts with one. Every time you clear it, it goes to another one. I like his bonus. No one's ever going to get 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, he's very generous with the score space that he's put there.
So... Oh, I can't make it. It's right in the center. That gets really hard. I'm going to have to get them all the way over here.
This is first level.
Yeah. So I want to show you guys at least the bonus stuff. So he has multiple lines for one. And then you can also get letters that spell out bonus, like right there. There's B. If you get... I knew that was going to happen.
I have the early ROM of this. I don't think I have the multi.
If you spell bonus, you get points. And you also, on the S, it becomes like a power pellet. So you can eat the ghosts as well, which comes in really handy. Like if you get stuck, the strategy is to keep getting letters until you get that S, and then you can clear the center that you're stuck on. And sometimes you have to be pretty stubborn. You have to take like 5 minutes sometimes, to sit there, go back and forth until you get the bonus. So there it is. I didn't really need it because I just had a power pellet. I can't even catch it. I knew that was going to happen. So,
you knew it was coming.
I knew it, but I'm not playing for points. I'm just showing. So there is that one. I don't like this show flashes in the screen, and I guess I didn't have to do that. So now we've got Junior Pac-Line. Now this is another unique little mini game. I like these kinds of things. I have an idea for other options on it, but I mean, obviously, I'm not anyone that can program a game. So you basically avoid the ghosts, collect as many points as you can, and it's just kind of like how high can you score kind of thing. I thought it was a perfect mini game, something different to add to this collection. I mean, most people love Pac-Man stuff, so I love that it was, you know, original games, homebrew original game, and some new things. Again, we don't have to play this very far. I've played it pretty far, and I've never seen it change. It's just, this is what it is. How far can you go? How high a score? So that is it for Pacmanthology. Again, the only game that was in full force to sell out, which was really cool. You know, every year you wonder, you know, you never know what's going to be the hot game. Whenever you have 7 of them, you just never know what people are walking up. I mean, I don't know if it was because it was a compilation, because it was Pac-Man, maybe it was both.
I think Pac-Man branding helps it a lot.
Yeah. And it's a compilation, which is, I mean, I think that's
the
really
collector's
cool.
going to want that for sure. I'm a Pac-Man guy, so I'd probably pick it up.
Come on, make sure I put in this cart when I'm showing the box. This is Intelligent Vision, Beauty and the Beast Pro. So this is the same game we all know and love, but there's enhancements, changes, and it's not night and day, but its control is better. There's, you know, the day progresses into night. You know, hearts are going to come down more frequently. There's several things. And whenever I go into, you know, the next videos another day, I'll actually go through the manual and read all of them and show the manual and all that. But here we just want to do some gameplay and show them off and talk about the games.
Yeah, this is a great enhancement to this game.
So another one that I love, I played a lot of this one. I like the original. You can really tell the better control going up. And you always want to catch that first heart. Trust me on that. Oh, it's going to get me.
And you got that little spot of invincibility after you die, so you don't die 3 times in a row.
Yes, that is pretty much fixed and non-existent anymore, which is really good.
I do really like Beauty and the Beast. But this is one that, I mean, yes, absolute enhancements. This is maybe one that could have benefited from more than just it on the cart.
Other people talked about that as well. And this was a ROM only release. This is available in ROM form at Intellivision.us.
Yes, and absolutely. You know, the stuff that David does, he does for a niche market, and he does it because he loves it. I have no problem with what he does, and he makes, you know, nice quality of life improvements. Again, it's just value on a cartridge. I would have liked to see this maybe as a compilation as well.
Like, kind of like how Voice Anthology was a compilation of several of the games.
Absolutely.
So I like this too, where it says building 1, floor 7. If I get all the way to the top, then I'm building 2. What some of the guys were talking about, they would have liked to have seen building options, different buildings, maybe. So something else I didn't talk about that I did talk about in the video, at the title screen here, you can push 1, 2, or 3. So right now, I push 3. I'm on the 3rd building. It's already hard. So that's really good. If you're good at the game, you can start, you know, a little harder of a level. So there is Beauty and the Beast Pro. I did a short of, I forgot to take that off. Sorry, guys. I did a short with Brett Weiss. I guess he's a huge Beauty and the Beast fan. And I did a short and posted it up. And guys, I know I said I was going to go live and post a ton of stuff. I tried my best. I really did. It's so hard to help, enjoy the show, shop, meet all the people, do live, do little edits on your phone. I did the best I could, but I did post one of him playing it, and it went like I don't know, it was like close to 2,000 views within like minutes. It just boom, which is a lot for me. It kind of just hit. Another one
for me,
I did another one. It did even more.
Yeah, for me, Like, even when I go to a show and I just shoot stuff to edit later, like you can't budget too much time for that stuff because you want to actually enjoy the show. And if you don't enjoy the show and you don't go and actually experience the show, how are you going to talk about it later?
Yeah, and I mean, you got to find that. It's like with anything, with life and home and gaming. You got to find the balance. Okay, how much am I going to do for YouTube? How much am I going to enjoy it? You know, and I help at the booth too when people are walking up. I tell them about everything. And so here is Eggerland Mystery. It's more like a... I'm trying to make myself bigger here. Which one is it? Here's the front of the box.
Cool box.
Here's the back. So let me add it this time. And before I start talking about it.
What's in the box?
No.
So this reminds me of Fox's Quest. It's one where...
Oh, this is the puzzle one.
Yeah, it's a puzzle one. You have to figure out how to accomplish your goal and get out the door. And obviously it's going to start fairly easy and it ramps up. I got fairly far playing it at first, but you can hit those, but you have to collect these. I don't know what these are yet. I got to read the manual. And it gives you can see the circle there. Now it has 2. You can push the green blocks. You have to have that circle thing. You have to have numbers to hit them out of the way. I just collected more. See, now I can go get him, or I can get this guy down here. This one's really easy.
It does look like Adventures of Lolo.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a sucker for these kind of puzzle games. I don't always want to have to battle through like an anthropomorphic force or something. Sometimes I just want to sit back and... Oh, fantastic. I had to... My wife had to put up with so much swearing from the office downstairs when I was recording my gameplay footage for that. Because I felt like
it is such a challenging game.
I felt like I had to beat it and show everything, right? So I'm just like, mother.
Yeah. That's me on game streams. Just try. I'm on. I got all the way to Tunnel 5 and couldn't beat the. All right, I keep dying right before the boss or on the boss, and I haven't gotten farther yet.
So I missed this. Salvador is talking about Beauty and the Beast Pro, and he's hiking the cartridge doesn't fall out the bottom of the box. You know, with the old style iMagic games with the
the tray.
Yeah. Let's see, miss something else catch up here. Cyrus says Brett is a great dude. Yeah, another guy that's always nice at the show. He was there selling his books. He didn't have anything new. I talked with him a little bit, did that sort of him, and he says he is working on a new book. I hope that's okay that I say that. He didn't say not to.
Well, he says isn't Brett always working on a new book though? That's not like a scoop or anything.
Yeah, he says it's a couple years
always
out.
Writing.
But I had I already had bought every book that he had with him. I have everything except for maybe like an early release of one of the very first ones. So I didn't purchase anything from him because I already have them. I purchased Riggs game, NES game, his new one, and I always try to support him and Hancock, whatever they've got new. I mean, I don't buy everything, but I'll buy one game per show, which is one per year. Yes, Lolo. Almost caught up here.
Speaking of books, Casey, you'll really like this one. You should get this one from Michael Thomas.
Yes, believe me. Whenever you showed it, I asked you where can we get that. I will be ordering that.
Yeah.
So this one's a little bit different. These skulls, once you get, and I really need to learn what these things are. TJ, what's going on, sir? TJ said I'm crazy for driving all this way. Earlier he did. Crazy for driving all this way and doing a show still. So this one, these skulls, once you get all the yellow and gray things, they come alive and start chasing you. So you have to kind of sit here and think, how can I block them in, make my path to when I get the last one, I can get out the exit door. And I mean, obviously I've already played this before. It's not something that I am going to struggle with. I'll play this last one, and then we will just see the next one, and then we'll move on to the next game, and I shouldn't have done that yet, but it'll work. I normally will push that bottom one over and block them in, but it's not that easy when you first play this level. You gotta, I didn't even know those things chased you. I thought they were just blocking you.
You could have just pushed that top green block down and
yeah,
gone around to the top. Yeah.
That's what I normally do. So this one's quick. These guys shoot. There's the door. You block. Once you get it, those guys are relentless, so you have to block them. And again, the first time you play it, you don't know what's shooting you and what's not.
Oh, big spider. Got him.
I wanted to show this level, so I skipped. That one was easy. So this is where it first gets a little bit more to make you think. You have to block them in multiple directions and go around them. And it ramps up. It just keeps going. So I really like these puzzle games as well. And, I look forward to seeing how far I can get. I know the number. I can't remember how many levels there are, but there's quite a bit. Why is that over there? My logo's down there as well. I just noticed that. Do you see the bottom of my logo sitting there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like a little stage or something. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's because your video screen is blocking your logo from your background.
Yeah, but that's so weird because I cannot. There's nothing on. I cannot see that, and I was supposed to be on this one anyway. Oh, being tired sucks. So the first one I was doing was just for the games that I don't have the artwork for. I'm supposed to switch them. All right, so there's Eggerland Mystery. And like I said earlier in the video, recently, the programmer of this one is also a mystery. All right, what is next?
Programmer.
We already did Akalabeth. There's Eggerland Mystery. Let's go Donkey Kong 3. So here is the front. It's NES black box style.
It looks like that was programmed in a man cave.
And it was. This is Brian's man cave. And if I stick voice anthology in, you know what? I already thought of that. I have it in the IntelliVoice, so it's near impossible to forget.
I always have.
That's how you know you're a professional.
I pretty much put all my games in the IntelliVoice and put it in there just in case.
I did start to make the video on the first game, obviously only, and I go, "Where's the voice?" And I look down. I'm like, "Oh, geez." Turn it off. Put the IntelliVoice in. So there we've got Brian's new splash screen. See, it's there again, on top and bottom.
Yeah, it always is because that's part of your background. That's why there's a little white thing too.
You know what? Thank you. So I'm like thinking I bought extra graphics. It's this stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god!
You're still on the Lolo graphic though.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and I've got the Running Man on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my OBS, I'm like, I have these weird rogue graphics.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yes, family first. So dinner is going to be right after this. We're not going really long tonight. We've only got a couple more games to show, and I'm going to spend the rest of the evening with them, and tomorrow, and most of the rest of the week. So, what was it like meeting Mr. Golf? The guy is really nice. Steve Ettinger, we already knew he's really nice. He helped me shop. He went looking for stuff. He carried my purchases around so I could easily shop easier.
He was your personal valet.
Yes, and I did not brag that I beat him at his own game on Chip Shot. None of the guys in the booth
you
know.
Just did.
I know, but we know on here. But the Intellivision guys, he went around telling everybody. So
that's funny.
This week, in case you guys haven't seen it, on the Intellivision Invasion, the weekly challenge is Chip Shot, and he has already participated. It's Trail of Tears. He got 4 under par. So I told him this week sometime you have till Sunday, and the man who programmed it, Steve Ettinger, Blue Sky Ranger, he already played as well. So if you guys have the game, give it a go. Trail of Tears, check it out on Intellivision Invasion. I'm definitely going to be submitting a score, and I told him that 4 under par is going down because I smell a 5 under par coming. All right, so here is Donkey Kong 3. Oh, boy. There is fully Donkey Kong 3.
Here we go.
So we have some options, not a lot. You can pick game mode 1 or 2. 1 is the standard levels. 2, I believe there was 4 levels that Brian added for the game, one of which I really like, and it's hard. You've got conveyor belts going in opposite directions for 3 different levels, and it just constantly moving you side to side. You can turn music off and on. You can go through and see all the credits. The only thing I wondered, like right here, I've got this, but it's not red, but it works the same.
Yeah.
The only other thing I noticed was, I don't even know what that thing's called. Your gun, it goes way above him where normally it stops when it hits him, right? I don't know if that's a limitation with Intellivision or...
Yeah, I have the arcade of this, and it is a lot different.
See how it goes up higher.
Yeah, usually busts like a cloud goes underneath him and he shoots him up. That's the whole thing is you're shooting him up. But
the other thing I noticed, whenever they come down and pick it up and you shoot it, I don't think that falling kills you in the arcade, does it?
I'm not sure.
Or am I wrong?
I don't think you can die from falling in this. It's only when touching above.
No, I mean, like, whenever they're carrying your item away and you shoot it to save it, when the item falls back down and it hits you, I don't think it kills you. I think it just kind of goes back in place. I died from one of those things falling.
I haven't played enough Donkey Kong 3 to be able to tell you what the arcade does, unfortunately.
So, Donkey Kong 3 is a game I had on my NES.
Says they didn't. Michael Hayes says they shouldn't kill you.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah, falling flowers. There you go.
Maybe it was a fluke thing. Maybe something else touched me that I didn't see. I'm not 100% certain. The other thing you got to get used to is when you... Here's that one I was telling you about.
Yeah, OS doesn't kill you either.
See? It got me. I just did it.
Yeah.
So there's the nice little in-between screen.
I mean, this does look pretty good. There's the added value of the port having new levels, which I love to see. The one thing, especially with Nintendo, I mean, make your ports, but prepare your lawyers. We've been. Here's the thing: Intellivision Homebrew in particular has had the benefit of being really under the radar for everybody. But now that Atari has acquired the Intellivision properties, it's a little higher profile now than it used to be. I think we need to stop making things like this. Personally,
I guess we find out when something happens.
But I'm not the one. But I'm not the one taking the risk making them. I'm not going to tell people not to. I don't see it as a smart idea.
All right. So speaking of
the game itself is totally fine. It's just using Mario in the cover kind of. It's
after what we were talking about. I figured this was fitting to do this one next.
The game itself has nothing copyright in it. It's pixels.
Pop it over. So there was an early, smaller screen version of this long ago, and you can still find it. This is a different version. It's a lot more to it. Yeah, flying under the radar, pretty much. Doesn't kill you in the arcade, yes. Platformer shooter. Yeah, the only company that's ever complained so far was Smurfs, and that's why there's so few of those. It was sold, back internet deals to just people that knew it was going to happen. Yes, it's very cool what they can do these days.
Yeah, so another community that I've been part of for decades is the replica movie prop community. And everybody, we fly under the radar with everything. People making stormtrooper outfits, people making lightsabers, people making whatever. But as soon you become a victim of your own success, you make a website and you start putting that stuff up there, you start getting too big on eBay, people will eventually come after you. And if
You're going to get noticed.
If there is one in the gaming industry, it is probably Nintendo, just like in the movie thing, it's Disney, who now own just about everything. But like this game, like what you're playing right now, zero problems. It's just the picture of Mario on the front.
So there's the one level, and you can see now it's dark. It's in the cave.
Yeah.
This part looks familiar.
Is that a Koopa there jumping up and down? I can't tell. He's purple.
So you can shoot, and I'll show you here in a second. So right now that thing's stuck. Sometimes when you're shooting, it goes off screen, comes back, and you can't shoot again. If you push clear, it resets it. You really need to know that, or you get stuck.
So they've got a built-in bug fix.
It's a bug that became a feature.
There you go.
That's my guess anyway. I don't know that.
Can you go down the pipes?
I don't believe so. If you can, I'm not aware of it.
It's funny how familiar I am with Mario. Like this level is very clearly.
Yeah. You can go up top too, but I don't know what you can do. I haven't gotten too far into this.
The tree level, it's the world 2. I love it. Yeah, this is pretty funny. This is nice and creative. You went right through the
Yeah, I think every block can be hit. And here you just fall through. It's clouds. And like a lot of games, I really want to get to I want to show one thing on this one, because this does have boss levels. It's not just going through the levels. There's quite a few levels, but you have bosses. Uh-oh. Can I get him? Oh yeah.
It's a square block.
Yeah.
I think this is a boss level here, or maybe the next one. They're quick. This is the boss.
If I know anything about video games, touching red blocks is bad.
Yes. Red anything.
I
would have already given up and went to the next game, but I just really want to show the boss. Oh, come on. There we go.
Built-in bug fix.
Here we go. It took me a bit. I had no clue how to beat this thing, but this is the first boss. And it's not easy. See, like right there, I missed, so I start over. It's not easy to do it the first time. Ah!
Or the third, or the fourth.
I'm going to blame being so tired. Oh, again!
That's fair. That's fair.
So there now I got him.
You just shot Tom.
Wow, and you didn't even get to tell you the princess was in another pixel.
Yeah, that was Toad. You just went in there blasting.
Wow.
So I have not seen another boss. I got a little bit farther than that, and I only was pretty much going as far as I needed to learn the game and to make a proper video. But I'm really looking forward to getting to another boss and seeing what you have to, I'm assuming it's going to be different each time of what you have to do, but maybe it's bounce on them all. I don't know. Let me catch up here. How does the versions of SP Bros compare? It's boxed, complete in box. So the version of this from Korg's was just a cart. Now, if they completed a few more things or fixed a bug or two, I have no clue. I'm pretty sure it's the same version.
Your square isn't another square. That's great.
I can't tell if this is Mario or Metal Slug. Definitely Mario. Cyrus says, I love Brian and I respect his work. He's a genius. I will say, though, that selling a game using Nintendo trademark names and characters is concerning. Free homebrew is one thing, but yes. Yep, so far, I mean, I imagine it's flying under the radar. As soon as it doesn't, it probably won't happen. Or it'll be secret stuff that won't be talked about. EE Buckeye. No going down the pipes. I didn't think so. I really like it, though. When I first saw it, I'm like, what the... And actually, when I first saw Super Mario Brothers, I was thinking it was this. And that's how it was just the pixels of the game. And then I saw PRGE one, you know, it was mostly done. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the whole regular game. And then I asked about this, and I was like, oh yeah, that's still coming. It's something else. Yeah. Nintendo will just make an example out of Intellivision homebrewers by suing them for millions of dollars. So yeah, I was thinking you got to curve it, right?
Yeah, $1 million.
Playing Forza Horizon 5 on Xbox Series X while watching an Intellivision stream showing a Mario. Yeah, I love all those games. I played not Forza Motorsport, not Forza Horizon since the very beginning, almost all of them. Corey's was different levels. What? I'll have to compare because I've got two of those. I was told it was the same game, just a cart release versus complete in box. So if it's different, I'm really glad I was able to pick those up. If he were yellow, he'd be the guy from Adventure. Yes, close to that as well. All right, so what's next? Next, we have Voice Anthology. Got to put in the... Hopefully it doesn't start screaming at me.
Yeah, I could never get my ROMs to work properly with the LTO.
Sometimes that happens. Here we go. This one's the one I have to turn up pretty high. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So first up, and I don't remember some of these games I don't really know how to play. One of them I learned how to play. At least I think I know enough about it. That's Space Spartans. I really like it. Solar Sailor, I learned enough to make that video. I really didn't know what I was doing, and anyone that knows how to play it probably can tell by watching it. But I showed the game. Magic Carousel is an unreleased previous title from Mattel, and it was released as a homebrew. I have it back here, and that is in here as well. So you got 7 games. Tag Along Todd is a nice little mini game with a few enhancements. It was thrown in there as game 7. You've got the 4 original games that were redone by David Harley, tweaked, added things. So let's get into a few of them. B-17 Bomber is now not a sim. It is an action game. It's how much you can get, and there's level 1 through 6. It's how many points you can get doing 3 missions. So whatever you can do. You've got more bombs, more fuel. Again, I'm just going to show it a little bit. We pretty much know what this game is. This is the only IntelliVoice I had as a kid. I really liked it. I didn't even know the others existed until I found eBay. Is that too loud?
Maybe a little, but it's okay.
It was to get that intro in, it had to be that loud.
Yeah, I heard the bandits 12 o'clock.
Yep, I don't see it yet. Oh, 3.
So this is another one. Yeah, this is another one. There's a compilation cart. I like this a lot.
What was that?
Yeah, very good value for this one.
Perfect as a compilation cart, and all these are updated, upgraded versions of the games. I would have no problem recommending this to somebody. There's a lot of value in these 7 games.
So there were more. Yeah, this is a great compilation. Well said, Mike. You've got some extra games. Some of them aren't. There's not a whole lot of gameplay to them. One's like a mini game. One was pretty much like just barely started. And you can do a little more in this version. I don't know how far it goes. But 7 games, 4 of the main ones redone. David tweaks them. He does these games of what he likes and things he wants to add or change. He does take some input if he likes your idea, and then he puts them out. And he puts them out for a very reasonable price. You can go to Intellivision.us. You can get all kinds of games for free. You can get all kinds of ROMs really cheap. So if you've never been there, go check it out. I guarantee you'll be buying some ROMs.
He makes Solar Sailor a lot better, but I still don't like it.
I'm not a big fan of that one. Maybe I need to learn fully how to play it. So Leslie's asking, wasn't there only 4 voice games? So World Series Baseball was also an ECS and IntelliVoice game, and there are lots of homebrews that utilize the IntelliVoice, but that was it that was released, the 4 plus World Series. But there's quite a bit more now. Did you say something? Super Pro, beat 'em and eat 'em. Is that Poe?
It's Poe disguised as Cyrus.
Space Spartans was OG. All of them are the enhanced versions from Intelligent Vision for the 4 major voice games. They're not the original ones. Yes, that's the 5th one. They acquired the ECS also. David Harley also makes a version of that game that you do not need the keyboard. He makes it more like a regular game instead of a sim. And I've been really wanting to try that because I really don't enjoy playing the regular version. I want to see if I like playing his version. I heard there was some Ghostbuster game with voice. I don't know. The voice sounds really. Give us a few, Mike.
He's not an extension. Leave him alone.
All right. So let's look at these other 2. We're going to look really quick because we're running out of time. So Bomb Squad, there's lots of choices you can do here. You can just hit enter. And I don't know what I'm doing.
Is this Bomb Squad Donkey Kong 3 edition?
Yeah. How do I get to the next screen?
What, you got to click on.
So long since I played Bomb Squad, man.
You'd have to click on one of
the video, but now I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, and you lost. Not good.
Or you got to cut
me.
I can cut the piece out. Yeah, there it is.
Cyrus told me to do the thing.
Cut the bit out, put it up, bring a new one in. You got to solder the pieces in. I learned it for the video, and right now I couldn't get to it. So Magic Carousel, I would say this was more geared towards kids. This one I do know how to play.
I play this all the time. What do you mean, kids?
Find the giraffe.
I like to find the giraffe, answer the phone, everything.
You said that, and all I could think of was that the TikTok meme or whatever of the skiing guy, and the guy goes, "I'm a giraffe."
So it just tells you what to pick. The kids pick it. You go down and get the
horn. Answer the phone. Hello?
Blow up 3 balloons. Now you need the overlay for this. I'm thinking I can remember it. Maybe not. Press the what?
Not that.
Yeah.
It's a
so what you do is you pick the animal, you hit the disc on the animal, you wait for it to come around, you come in here, you answer the phone, it talks, tells you what to do. There's, 7 options, 6 options. Then the phone's going to ring again.
Yes.
See, 9 times. That one's like, really 9?
9.
So you guys get the idea. I'm not going to spend any more time on this one. It's
Take
here.
the photo.
It's a homebrew. It's a homebrew release. It's an edition. I'm glad to have so many games, even if it's not something that I would play a whole lot. So you're going to have to help me with this one, Mike.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm over here with.
I can get really close to where you need to get to, but then those stupid tanks just come and take me somewhere else, and I throw my controller.
I keep forgetting to change when we change games the art.
Yeah, I thought this was Tron Solar Bomb Squad.
Yeah. See, you
Well,
don't start on track.
Recognize
You don't start on track 1 because they come and get you right away.
Again, I'm not going to spend much time in this because I don't know how to play it. I think I learned how to change tracks, but...
No, use your number pad to shoot. Or not the number pad, the disc, rather.
But I need to watch...
waste your energy and...
I need to watch Sibling Rivalry again because they had a nice little... Here, we're going to tell you how to play.
They went through it, but they had to remember the code, which you don't have to in this version of Solar Sailor.
So you do after phase 1. It's only the first phase that you don't need the code. After that, it asks for it.
Well, I never get past phase 1, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, me either. All right, so Space Shuttle. I remember seeing a little short video, not much more than what you're going to see right here. But so 1 or 2 players. I don't know how far or what gameplay's in this.
That's cool.
The blast off's really loud, but it was talking.
Satellite in view.
So there is the cockpit view.
Mission complete. Recover satellite.
And I recovered it once.
Satellite in view.
And I don't have the overlay in front of me, and I can't remember what button to push or... That wasn't it. Oh my. That's a long beep. So there's Space Shuttle. So this one I can actually play a little bit. So this was the big addition for this one. 3 languages. English, Dutch, or is that in Italian?
In Italiano.
This is one it kind of reminds me a little bit of a more complicated version of Space Battle. There's lots of different skill levels in this. The first time I put stuff here, I just randomly stuck them everywhere. I had no clue what the heck. But I at least got to where I learned it enough to make the video. I don't know how long the game is or how far you go.
Uh-oh. We lost Mike.
We lost Mike? I'll watch for him to pop back in.
Yes, he's in the game.
He has been de-resed. So now you're in the battle screen, and it doesn't move fluid. You need to, it kind of keeps going in the direction. It's one of those.
He went down with the space shuttle, OS says.
What was that?
Operation Shutdown says he went down with the space shuttle, so.
And again, I'm going to go live and we'll read the manuals. We'll go over the changes. I just want to show you guys all the new games and why we're hot from PRGE.
Ooh. Oh.
So that one, I don't know what you guys think. That reminds me of Space Battle with a lot more.
Sorry, my internet took a dump right when I was telling you that Deutsch is German.
Oh, German. Yeah, I should have. I read it like it was, but we talked about it at PRGE. I knew it was German because Mike was there, the other Mike, at the German Mike, and he was telling everyone it's because we're here, German, and then Simone was saying, Italian because we've got a big following over there, and that's why the 3 languages. I don't know how much of that they were just saying, or so that was Space Bards. Now here's just a little mini game. If you guys have been around a long time, so has Tagalong Todd, but they did add a little bit to it. There's options. They add a little bit to the game. I don't remember having voice. You can set the skill level. You pretty much, it's just a runner. You got to collect everything.
Yeah, I played this. What does he say? Is he like, I'm going to get you?
Yeah, I'll let him catch me right here. I win. Let's play a game of basketball. But there's several games, and then you just go, and you have your last score. You start again. You can change the levels. Again, this is just like a mini game. This isn't,
Yeah.
there's not a lot to it, but there's a lot more to it than the original that I played many years ago. When that first popped up, I thought it was going to have like a basketball mini game or something. All right, so there's Voice Anthology. Really cool package. I really like that one as well.
Nice package.
Yes. That is what she said. All right, so for the next one, Tron Legacy was supposed to be released. It didn't make it, but I'm going to show you guys. This isn't still an early version. I needed to say this so I can be able to play it. It is not finished. I have one from maybe a month or so ago. There's been new things added, bugs fixed. But it still plays okay. There's a lot more to this game. I will have a new version very soon, and I'll be able to show you guys.
If Rev is still in the chat, you got to let me know as soon as this is ready, because my Tron intro needs a sequel.
I will let you know. Let me move it. I remember.
Copyright the users.
Yes, so this is Blaine Locklear. Oh, I forgot his last name. Blaine Locklear. And then it's been altered. It was put up and altered by the users. That's what we're going with. So there's an intro. I'm not going to play it now. It'll go through and you get a little bit of story. This is a 1 or 2 player simultaneous game. There are some options, not a lot. You can pick shield the lives for each player. You can put hacks and go through a few different levels of that. We're just going to play. This is an endless runner type game in the Tron universe. First levels, quite easy. Got to get the right controller. So I have a few power-ups. 4 recognizers are going to chase me. You can de-res them by guiding them through walls. And then this guy is going to chase you. Is that a grid bug?
I feel like you're in a frenzy going berserk in this game.
Yeah, it's berserk without the shooting.
So I do have things. Let me see if I can bring one up here.
Ouch.
That didn't work. So I played a different version. There's power-ups. Like you can leave a guy there like a clone, and the recognizers will chase after him for just like a second or two, and it lets you make your escape. See the C, the D, and the P. I believe C is clone. One of them annihilates all the recognizers, and then that grid bug or whatever he is chases you. What's the other one do? The other one freezes everything for just a short time. And yeah, they're limited. You have to collect them, I believe. Again, this is an older version, and there's a lot of stuff that's been added, and I will be showing that version very soon. So there are so many screens. It gets harder. There's more things you can do. There's power-ups, and I'll show all of you guys that later. But this is what it is. An endless runner, how far can you go? Let me get to the end screen. End of the line. Tells you how many loops, score. It tells you all the things you need to know.
Any Tron fan is very offended that you said end of the line. It's just end of line.
Oh, it's end of line?
End of line.
Again, I'm going to blame it on being tired.
Yes. Sleep deprivation.
That's no joke. I'm not kidding. That is some sleep deprivation that I'm going through. So I believe there's only one more. We're way longer than we thought.
Yep. I knew we would be.
I'm 3 beers deep, man.
I was trying. Why is that? Oh, LTO. All right, give me 1 second. We're going to quickly show. My wife's going to be mad. I'm 9 minutes past the time that I said absolute latest. We won't be any later than that. She's probably got texting me, but my phone, when OBS locks up my phone, I get no messages until whenever I go off, and then it's like bing, 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 bing. Everything comes in. What am I looking for? Final round. All right, I just got to throw it on the LTO here, which is very easy to do. Oh, nice. So this package has all kinds of artwork, bin and configs, ROMs. It has the overlay for the Intellivision when you're playing on your DS. You know, the manual has other artwork. It's really cool. I'm going to do bin and config. Give me 1 second here, and it'll be loaded. Send the flash. All right. Should be there. Let me check it, and then I'll throw it up on the screen. Oh, it already is?
Operation Shutdown says that your wife says that this is going to be the last Intellivision show. Last episode.
I mean, she knows I love doing this. She knows I love hanging out with everyone and chatting about Intellivision. She knows I love collecting, but she would love that. So here is final round. This is Sergio Varez, the guy that brought us Maxit, Rally X.
All right.
X Rally.
X Rally. Rally X is the game. X, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is another one. This is like a board game, and another one that I do not know how to play.
I was going to say, do you know, it's 2-player or more, so you're going to play.
Yeah. So
yourself?
This game is for 2, 3, or 4 players. And again, I'll learn how to play this, and we'll. I'm not supposed to be on that screen. Ugh.
Is this the Tron?
I am failing on changing the artwork. Is this what?
No, I was just giving you a shit. I'm sorry.
I was just changing it. Normally, I like to stay on top of that, but man, I can't keep track of more than the one thing I'm doing.
Know. We don't.
So I really look forward to getting into this game because, you know, the first one they put out with Intellivision Collector was his first game. It was really good. The scrolling was a little bit, but it was a really good first effort. Maxit was part of the Tiny Contest. I really like that game. I played it a lot with my son. I have not played the new version with a lot of stuff added. I do have it. In fact, I'm going to put it on
a couple
here.
times. It's definitely better, and it has difficulty settings, so it's not just you get blown away by the AI in your first game anymore.
Yep, I have read all about it. I have to find time where my son can come up, and he's going to really like it. We're going to play it. So this is another game, and I have no doubt that this is going to be a good game. I'll show it off more whenever I learn how to actually
Correct
play
me
it.
if I'm wrong. Maxit was a ROM only release, right?
Yes, and it's free.
Yeah.
You can get it at intellivisioncollector.com, totally free.
To add to value for this, again, I have not played this. I don't know how it would have been great if they could have put Maxit on here as well.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we get it's looking like to me we might be getting a few of these games, maybe like they do with other things. Maybe they'll make a CIB compilation of all the different games. That's a guess.
Oh, that would be great. Don't
quote me, but I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. We got the first one free. This one is like $11. I'm assuming he's going to be making more stuff. Maybe we'll see a compilation CIB.
I'd like to see Pensate with Michael Hayes made that Pensate game.
Yes, I like that one too.
I really enjoyed that.
I didn't realize that this was also a ROM only release. If this comes out on cartridge, I have zero problem. And you know what? Go get Michael Hayes, that chess style game he made for the Inti Basic competition.
That's the one.
That was my vote for
mine too.
When I love that game.
I was playing that on stream.
Throw the blob on here, like all the puzzle games on one cartridge. That'd be great.
Yeah, because it had that harp music.
Yeah,
I could have did that.
It was really cool. I love that game.
Yep. So
I didn't realize this was a ROM only release.
Yeah, that's ROM only. $11, 11 something. Intellivisioncollector.com. Maxit is free. You can go grab that one. You can use it on emulators. You can put on your LTO, your back bit. I will try it on my PRTO and let you guys know there.
Pensate, that's the name of the game I was talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Michael, I absolutely adore Pensate.
It is really good. Intellivision dude really loves that game too. It's really good. It's like playing chess, it's like you have to really plan out your moves, and it's really hard to get very far. Yes, $15.99 Canadian for Mike. Mike has a copy.
There you go.
So that's going to do it for all the releases. Unless I'm having a brain fart, we played them all, including this ROM that did release. It wasn't a PRG, obviously it's a ROM, but it did release over the weekend. So those are all the Intellivision games and ROM. I'm going to get deeper into it shortly. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about or add before we?
Just that there was also a teaser. I've played it, especially in its earlier stages, but there was a teaser from Electronite of Police Avenue Redux, and it's a great game.
So if you guys see my short, I actually got a quick, not really interview, a quick short with Carlos Madruga and Justin Cheer, and they talk a little bit about what's going on. The game's on in the background. I have more videos of the game. You can check Papa Pete's channel. He has a pretty good video talking about it. There was also something else. I guess we can talk about that. There was in work progress of Mermaid. Some of you guys might know what that is. It's been a work in progress for a while. It was paused. It's coming back out. They're working on it again. They're going to finish it. It will be a future release. Also, Princess Lady, that was shown there. I can't remember if I got some footage on that one. If I'm allowed to show it, I am in test groups on a lot of these. I will find out if I can show it, since it was at PRG and we could have did videos anyway. If he lets me, I'll show you guys coming up soon. I'm trying to think of what else was shown there. Oh, the big one. I forgot about the big one. So if you guys haven't seen it, I have all the stuff with me. I was able to bring it home. I'm going to have it for maybe a month. I'm going to be doing videos on that as well. I've got controller adapters for NES, Super NES, Genesis, Atari, and Jaguar, which kind of fits well because it has the keypad. And these also allow you on the NES. There's a demo of a light gun game, and it's working on the Intellivision. It's really cool. It works really well. It's just a tech demo. I'll be showing you guys more of that. I'll be setting up a cam because you have to have the old school TV. I don't know how I'm going to get that heavy thing up here yet, but I'm going to try. I'll be showing you guys more, talking about it more in a future video. I'll be showing you the prototype adapters. I've been using them a little bit already. They work really well, and there's a lot of them. So really cool stuff. We got to meet some really cool people from the industry. We got to see new games. We got to see games that are in the works. We got to see a light gun game working on the Intellivision. It was very popular from everyone walking by. In fact, some people thought, because it can use the NES zapper, it can use the Atari zapper or the light gun, whatever that thing's called. It can use the Sega one. It's all on work. So people thought, oh, I'm playing a Nintendo game. Like, this is playing on television. They're like, what? They didn't even pay attention that it was the Intellivision console. So lots of cool stuff from PRG. I'll be showing you guys a lot more. Wanted to show you guys and talk about all the games. So if you guys don't have anything else, I'm going to get down there and see the family and go eat dinner. Sorry I kept you guys a little longer than I said. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciated it. It's always more fun to have a panel and hear other people's opinions and insight. We went about an hour 48. So, all right. Anything else, guys? Closing thoughts? You want to say anything you've got coming up on your channel or plug anything?
Just super jealous that you had a great time at Portland. But thank you very much for picking up some games from me. You'll see reviews on my channel for those games in the coming months. But this week it's a Champ Games Atari game.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the little intros.
Yes, the intros are
I love those things. And those were talked about at PRGE by a few different people, by the way. So they're really getting out there. Chuck, you got anything you want to tell us about?
I tried to post a link in the thing, but I don't think StreamYard let me. But if what I still got going right now is I'm on Face of Horror. I'm literally being in the top 5 to go ghost hunting in a Ghostbusters flight suit with Kane Hodder, Jason Voorhees. So please go to Face of Horror. Just look under faceofhorror.com/DJC Chuck, and you can vote. It's free. or you can donate to the Children's Hospital charity. So, anyways, that's really all I got. I got a bunch of TurboGrafx stuff coming up, always daily, and some more streams. And new DJC show should hit within a week soon.
The third one?
The third one. And it'll be even stupider, and there'll be more poop and toilet humor than ever. So
Michael Hayes said Retro Game Con is coming up too. Everyone's saying great show. So I'm going to go live, guys. Be watching. I don't know what day yet. I got to work it out with, play nice with the other YouTubers like always. I got to play with, my schedule. I got to see my family for a couple days. But I will be going live again. I'm going to show you guys pictures, videos, talk a little bit more about PRGE. We'll talk about those adapters. And when you talked about Ghostbusters, there was a couple pictures I took. There was a guy there with a full-on Ghostbusters get up, and it was, like top notch. It looked really good. And he posed and let me take some pictures. I'll show you guys that as well. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for the show this week. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the games. I hope you enjoyed my amazing guests. And we'll be coming on this week to show you a little bit more. It's going to be all PRGE week until we show it all. So, all right, guys, good night, and we'll see you within a few days.
Bye.